Well,
I can't do a high girl's voice. It's kind of hard because my voice is so low.
I read
That would
stories.
actually be a decent cartoon voice.
I read.
It hurts, but
Oh, God, it hurts.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that made the hit parade.
I read a story right now that my 2-year-old really loves, and it's called The Pout Pout Fish. And I read it every night, and I do a different voice for each character that talks to the Pout Pout Fish. The Pout Pout Fish, for the same reason, he's the same. He's, I'm a Pout Pout Fish with a Pout Pout face. He almost sounds like Eeyore. When I do him, but that's how he is. He's glum. He's not happy. But the characters are all different. A couple of the sea creatures are women. So, either do kind of a really, really hardcore voice like this for a woman.
But I try to get up there and do it.
And it always sounds like Jean Stapleton or what her name is from All in the Family.
So earlier, I think it was off camera, you were saying that all voices have been done.
Yes.
And so I'm going to tell you who your manly female voice sounds like. It reminds me of Ursula from The Little Mermaid. It reminds me of Marge's sisters. And it definitely reminds me of Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Brothers.
Oh, Dr. Girlfriend. She sounds just like this. Yeah, I know what you're
actually
talking
perfect.
about.
Yeah.
Listen, are we going to go make out, or what's the problem here?
I just love their wedding night when he's like, wait, what the hell?
I thought you knew. I thought you knew. You talk about the Simpsons and
One of the voices I used to do all the time was Marge. Oh, come on, homie. Let's go in and settle it.
it's been so long since I've done impersonations of anything from the Simpsons. I think the Family Guy kind of took that over because I started watching that more than I did. But I really got into Futurama and stuff there for a while. I
Sure.
really enjoyed Futurama, and I think they had another show after Futurama that didn't stay on long, and I can't remember the name of it. It was an animated series, but I can't recall it right now. So that was one of those that didn't stick around. But I remember when Family Guy came out, they had it on for a season, and then it went off the air,
Right.
and then it took 2 years or a year to come back. 2 years, and then it finally picked up, and it got big.
No, it got canceled a second time.
Oh, that's
And
right.
it came back on its third iteration. And there was an interview with Seth MacFarlane where they said, well, how does this play into it? I mean, what is this worse? And he said, no, it's actually better because every time we were canceled, we could prune everybody we didn't want.
Oh,
So we would keep the cream and get a new batch of talent to work the rest.
yeah.
And, a lot of, with any show that runs for a long time, people, well, it's not good anymore. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I still like it. That's the part that I care about. I tell you, though, a show that hasn't missed a beat, South Park.
Oh, South Park is, well, it was so politically incorrect. It's so out there. It's abstract, and it really picks on everybody.
Yes.
And I think people are kind of looking for that politically incorrectness nowadays because everybody's such a pussy about getting insulted and hurt and blah blah blah, and and I read posts about that, and it's right. We've become kind of wimpy. You say something about somebody, they're like, oh, that's not funny and that's not fair, blah blah. Hey man, if I have a problem with somebody on Facebook and they say something about me that's negative, I don't go and post it on the direct. I go to message them.
Right.
I go, is there a problem? Do we have a problem? Let's talk this out. Let's not. I don't post my problems anymore on Facebook. Back in the day, I used to because, yes, I'm a little manic depressant, a little bipolar. I can go on and on with a list of my problems. But I kind of got tired of that. I got tired of people. I lost a lot of people following me on Facebook. Facebook for me now is to connect with people, for the most part, talk to my relatives occasionally, see what they're going on, but it's to connect with other people in the industry being film and TV and radio, and I've learned not to complain. If I'm going to complain, I have my wife. And she really doesn't listen anymore.
Oh, I thought you were complaining about her.
No, I don't complain about my wife. I love her. I love her so much. And
I haven't
she
met her,
tolerates
but
me.
That's the thing. People say, well, what's the secret to a happy relationship? And to me, and some people say, oh, it's whatever. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's learning to put up with each other's bullshit.
Yep.
And if someone can put up with your bullshit and you can put up with their bullshit, I can't change who you are, whoever you are.
Yeah.
I can help my children with lessons that are important, but for a grown-up, I can't change you. I can't fix you, and it's not my fucking job.
Yeah. I don't think that the word fix should ever be used in a relationship. You're not there. If you met that person and you fell in love with who they are, and as the time goes by, you're not really happy with who they are, then what's the point? There's no point in that.
Right.
You've basically you fell in love with something that you don't like anymore. Guess what? That's you can't do that. You have to be happy with the person you're with. You may not be happy all the time, but that's love. That's marriage. That's a relationship. That's how life is. If you don't like it, go your separate ways.
Right.
But always love and cherish and be good to your kids and show them the best way in life.
Yes. On the flip side, though, I would say there are people you'll see online, especially Facebook, who say things like, I just want someone to love me for who I am. Well, if who you are is kind of an asshole, that's not a problem in finding someone who will love that. Because, what do they say? Codependents don't date, they take hostages or something like that. And that's not a healthy approach. I don't recommend that.
Well, for me, Facebook is a wrong place to complain and whine, and I'm not. There'll be times where I'll just not go on Facebook. I put a lot of my stuff out there, www.tythevoiceguy.webs.com. I promote myself the best I can, and I can see a decline in people not really responding to my posts. But at the same time, they say that Facebook kind of blocks a lot of that stuff, or only gives you a percentage of how many people actually see your posts. But I still do it. I do whatever I can. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with what I do, and I use social media to the best of my ability. And being older, social media is still a new thing.
It's very foreign.
Here, are you on Pinterest? Are you on Twitter? Are you on this? Are you on this? And it's like, okay, I go on those things, but I really don't have like on Twitter. I'm not there going, I'm walking down the street and I saw somebody. Big deal.
Right.
I don't want to minute by minute talk about what I'm doing or what somebody else is doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Snapchat. Oh, we're on Instagram and Snapchat. And it's like, why are you on so many things? Why?
I post a picture every once in a while on Instagram, but my camera takes shitty pictures on my phone, and it won't load them to my phone is shit. It's almost as bad as having the old Captain Kirk flip phone. I would like that phone back. And I always wanted to have that phone that made that doo-doo noise, like when they flipped open the communicator on Star Trek. But I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy. I love my family. I'm not rich. I'm a great stay-at-home dad. I love doing that. And someday that next step is going to come, and that door is going to open, and I'm going to be doing those. The animation and the video games. And a lot of people say, oh, you're doing it for the money. No, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for that opportunity where I see my name on a big screen under a character's name.
I'm doing it because I want people to appreciate something I've made and for it to give them joy.
Yes, exactly. And if money comes with it, awesome.
Great. That would be
awesome.
Fucking magnificent.
If I can get the happiness and the money, we're cooking with gas.
Yeah, we're most of the way there.
That's an old saying I just said.
It is pretty old. It is pretty old.
I'm cooking with gas. No, you're cooking with propane. That's still a gas. Propane. God damn it, Bobby. Get off the babysitter.
Was Bobby on the babysitter?
I'm not sure about Bobby.
I'm not either.
All I remember is when that voice first came up, those of them goddamn kids had been whacking off in my tool shed.
What was his name? Mr. That's too.
Yeah, see, that's another one of those, let's get the Google out. Because we were talking about that earlier. And I told somebody this the other day. I think I told my son that. Well, I'll look it up on Google. I said, in my day, we had to put on our tennis shoes and walk down to the library or send a letter to somebody to find out any information we needed. Now all you got to do is type it in.
See, and that's the thing, is the value of knowledge appears underrated. People think, especially kids think, I don't need to learn things because I can always look them up. And I tried to explain to my kids that the reason I'm able to do some of the more intricate political stories is because I have the knowledge. I remember the things that are important to the story, and yeah, of course I do have to go look them up so I can put them up on the screen and cite them and all that, but knowledge, guys, it's still valuable. It's still valuable.
Absolutely.
To be able to know things. What annoys me is that settling bar bets has become so easy, but Guinness Book of Records is still in business, and they're just a joke.
Yep.
None of the records are meaningful anymore because all of the good ones, there's only a handful of good ones a year.
And you can't outdo somebody to a certain point. You can,
Right, but remember they had the show for a while, and they would say, "Oh, this week we're going to see the guy who can eat the most live scorpions in 30 seconds." That's not a record. That's dumb.
That's very.
There is no reason for that record to exist. Or the man with the most spiders on his face. That's not a record.
No.
And a lot of times, like there was an episode of Fantasy Factory with Rob Dyrdek where he brought out, by the way, you have to pay for Guinness to come out and certify you.
Yes,
it's
you
like
do.
$10,000. And so they brought the guy out, and the guy brought with him a list of records they could establish. They weren't even established records. And one was like the most ollies in
Oh, yeah,
in a
I
row.
remember that episode.
Yeah. And so he did 25. And then on the next season, it's like, yeah, these records are meaningless. There's a kid on YouTube who posted a video of him doing 180 in a row before he finally lost his balance. It's like, right, the record's a joke.
Yes, it is.
It's just a plaque on your wall that costs you a lot of money. Yep. Thank God MTV paid for it. Well, this segment has gone on properly long enough.
Okay.
So we'll move on to something else.
Yes, we will.
Who knows? It might even be the end of the show.
Ooh. No. No!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are having some difficulty with Mr. Ty Anderson. He is not dealing well with the situation at hand.
Okay, I took my pill. I'm okay.
He took his pill. He's okay.
I'm okay.